Okay, good afternoon. Mm-hmm. So as you know, there was another action that was filed in New Mexico by 12 other attorneys general. But our action here is against specifically the Department of Treasury. And we are seeking at some point to amend our complaint to specify other agencies. We believe that the best course of action is to focus on agencies and not name Elon Musk. We question whether or not we have personal jurisdiction over Elon Musk. At the end of the day, this is a lot of legalese. At the end of the day, we believe that this is the proper and the most correct way to respond to an entity which is not a government agency, which has not been confirmed by Senate, where employees have not been vetted and have not been subject to any checks and balances and or conflicts of interest. Again, Elon Musk earned $20 billion over a 10-year period of time and is still enjoying contracts from the federal government. That should not be the case, and it must be stopped, and that's why we are here today. Sure. So in the event that not only this case, but any other case where there is a violation of the order, we are considering our legal options, including but not limited to filing a motion for contempt.
Yeah, and that happened in the funding case in which we're both involved in the district court in Rhode Island. We have concerns that they're not complying with that court order, so we moved to enforce that court order, and the judge granted that motion on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yep.
And so there are real questions about compliance and non-compliance, and we're gonna go in any court anywhere to make them comply with these orders.
Listen, all of us are concerned about waste, fraud in our federal government and in all governments, but you should work with Congress. That's how the system works, not by, again, special employees who have not been vetted, who have not been proved by the United States Senate. It's really critically important that individuals understand that right now he is ignoring the United States Senate and House of Representatives. And that's just not our system of government. The president and DOGE cannot act unilaterally, and they cannot do with a stroke of a pen ignore the law. Not now, not ever. And that's why we are here in court today.
Nobody is saying that they can't try to make government more efficient. We try to do that every single day in our offices, but do it in compliance with the law. Follow the law. But let's just be clear, they've gone way beyond that, okay? This isn't about making government more efficient. It's not about improving process writ large, including this, the DOGE action, plus a federal funding freeze, plus cutting off funding to NIH, right? They're defunding medical research. They're defunding healthcare. They're defunding education. They are defunding the police. That's what they're doing. Okay, so this is well beyond government efficiency.
I've got two separate. You go first, and then I'll go to you. Go ahead. So all Americans should be concerned, and particularly the constituents of the great state of New York should be concerned about a private individual, the richest man in the world, having access to their personal information, their Social Security numbers, their addresses, their income tax, And the question is, what is the purpose of all of this? And the question is whether or not they have followed the law. It's important that individuals understand that we cannot allow private citizens to have access to this private information. And pausing funds for the purposes of individuals bowing to the knee of the President of the United States, basically being subjected to ideological litmus tests. Individuals who do not follow his prescriptions, his policy prescriptions. This is a democracy, a representative democracy. And it's important that individuals understand that there are co-equal branches of law that need to be respected, and that states, again, have a unique responsibility to ensure that the Constitution is followed, the constitutional order of things here in this great country. And so that's why we are standing up. We're defending the Constitution. We took an oath to the Constitution, not to a man, but to the Constitution. And let me just say to the brave soldiers, the amazing individuals at the Southern District of New York, Danielle Sassone, she's a profile in courage. So at this point, there's a number of discussions going on. There's discussions going on the state level. There's a number of discussions going on the local level, and private discussions. So at this point in time, I'm going to refrain from any comment until such time as we complete those discussions and determine the fate of the mayor of the city of New York. Thank you all.